Welcome to this deep dive, and we're going exploring the world of secret societies.
Ooh, fun.
You guys sent in a ton of great sources, looks like mostly YouTube videos about real-life groups.
Right.
Like Skull and Bones, the Bohemian Club, even some stuff about the Freemasons.
Yep.
So we're going to stick to, like, what we can actually find out about these organizations. You know, not really going into conspiracy theories.
Right.
Just trying to, like, figure out what these groups are really all about.
Well, the interesting thing is secret societies have captivated people, like, for centuries.
Yeah.
There's something about them, you know?
I think it's that whole idea of, like, what's going on behind closed doors,
Yeah, like the hidden knowledge.
Yeah, exactly.
And the exclusive gatherings.
Yeah, like, what's the secret handshake?
Right.
So where do we even, like, start with all of this?
Well, you got to look at the history, way back.
Okay.
Like, ancient times, secret societies often served as guardians of knowledge.
Yeah.
Like, take the Egyptian mystery schools, for example. They use secrecy to protect their rituals and teachings from outsiders.
Mm-hmm.
And, so that way they could ensure that their traditions would continue.
So it was like a way to preserve information back when, it was a lot easier to lose stuff.
Exactly. And so this idea of possessing knowledge that others don't,
Right.
that's always been tied to power.
Yeah.
Even early Christian groups had to operate in secret.
To avoid persecution.
Yeah, to avoid persecution, exactly.
Wow.
And then later, you have groups like the Freemasons emerge.
Okay.
And they were very much shrouded in symbolism and ritual. And this, led some people to think that they were hoarding knowledge to gain power.
Ah, okay. So that brings us to one of the most, kind of infamous secret societies out there.
Yeah.
Skull and Bones.
At Yale.
At Yale. This one just has conspiracy theories written all over it.
Oh, it does.
Right.
It really does.
What is it about Skull and Bones that is so, like, intriguing to people?
Well, they call themselves the Order.
Oh, wow.
They have their super secret clubhouse, which is called the Tomb.
Okay.
And it's this windowless, imposing structure.
Oh, wow.
Then you have the bizarre initiation rituals, rumors about stolen skulls.
Wait. Stolen skulls?
Yeah.
Like, for real?
That's what they say. And then there's this mysterious number 322.
Okay.
Possibly linked to the death of the Greek orator Demosthenes.
Okay, so you know what? We have to just talk about the skull thing for a second.
Okay.
Because the whole Geronimo skull story is wild.
Yeah.
Is there any truth to that?
Well, there's a letter, supposedly from a bonesman, claiming that they have it.
Okay.
It's never been confirmed.
Yeah.
And the society has a long history of pranks and misdirection.
Right.
So who knows?
Who knows what's real?
What's real and what's not?
It's like the fact that there's no information almost makes it more...
Yeah, fuels the speculation.
Yeah, exactly.
But here's the thing. Even if we, forget about all the conspiracy theories, Skull and Bones has undeniably produced some seriously powerful people.
Right.
I mean, 3 U.S. presidents.
Yeah. Wait, who are we talking?
William Howard Taft.
Okay.
George H.W. Bush.
Right.
And George W. Bush.
Yeah.
I mean, not to mention tons of CEOs.
Right.
Senators, Supreme Court justices.
Is that the real power of Skull and Bones?
I mean, maybe.
Not some crazy agenda, but just connecting ambitious people when they're young.
Yeah, at a young age, you're right. And creating this network that they have for the rest of their lives.
Wow, so it's like getting in early.
Yeah.
And then that gives you all this power and influence.
Yeah, I mean, imagine being part of that network,
Yeah.
You're surrounded by future leaders from all different kinds of fields.
Yeah.
You forge these bonds that last your whole lifetime.
Wow.
And so that kind of early access to power and influence, who knows what kind of impact that has on worldviews, policies in ways that we can't even imagine.
It makes you wonder, what about someone who doesn't fit that Skull and Bones mold?
Yeah.
What about someone who doesn't come from wealth and privilege?
Well, you sent that source about Ian Smith.
Oh, yeah.
This African-American man who joined another elite secret society, the Delphic Club at Harvard.
Yeah.
And his story is really interesting because it really highlights how much tension surrounds these groups. Because he felt so conflicted about joining a club that historically had excluded people like him.
So, he's battling that whole, I want to belong to this exclusive group.
Right.
But at the same time, am I contributing to the problem?
Yeah, exactly.
That's tough.
And so, it brings up this bigger question about what these elite clubs are actually doing, both in universities and in society in general.
Right. Right.
Are they just harmless networking opportunities? Or are they, contributing to a system where power is only in the hands of a select few?
Right, and so that's beyond just Skull and Bones.
Oh, yeah.
There are all these other groups that operate in a similar way.
Right, like the Bohemian Club.
Yeah.
Their annual retreat at Bohemian Grove.
What is Bohemian Grove?
Well, it's this place in the woods where all these powerful men get together. CEOs, politicians, celebrities.
Got it.
For rituals.
Okay.
And some say they actually decide, world events there.
Wait, so they're, making deals in the Redwoods?
That's what they say.
Sounds like something out of a movie.
Right.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
And then there's Belizean Grove.
Oh, yeah.
It's like the women's...
Yeah, it's like the female counterpart.
The Bohemian Club.
Right.
With its own, list of really powerful women.
Mm-hmm. Like Supreme Court Justice Sonia Sotomayor was a member at one point.
Wow, so even these super secret societies are changing, over time.
You have to adapt.
But does that make them less powerful?
Well, I don't know. Are they just diversifying to stay relevant?
Right.
It's a good question.
Yeah, it is. And that makes me think about the Freemasons.
Yeah.
This group that is just shrouded in mystery and symbolism.
Totally.
But with a history that goes back hundreds of years.
Centuries.
We hear about their rituals. We hear about all these famous Freemasons.
Yeah.
But what are they actually doing these days?
Right.
Is it all charity work and lodge meetings, like they say?
Yeah.
Or is there something more to it?
It makes you wonder.
Yeah, it really does.
Maybe the real power is in their ability to change and adapt.
Mm-hmm.
And to stay relevant, as the world changes.
Right.
It's really interesting.
Yeah, it's kind of a paradox.
It is.
In a world that's obsessed with transparency and information sharing,
right.
These secretive organizations are still thriving.
They are.
And maybe even more so.
Maybe it's because they offer a glimpse into a hidden world.
Right.
A world where the rules are different. Yeah.
And the stakes are higher.
I think we've just barely scratched the surface here.
Oh, yeah.
There's so much more to explore.
Absolutely. You know what's funny? While some societies are all about power and influence,
right.
There are others that are more about adventure
Okay.
and exploration.
Oh, you're talking about the Explorers Club?
Yes.
The one with the headquarters in New York City?
Uh-huh.
With a stuffed whale penis on display?
Yeah, that's the one.
I have to admit, that alone got my attention.
It's a conversation starter for sure.
Yeah, it is.
But beyond the quirky artifacts, the Explorers Club has some amazing people in it.
Yeah.
Real exploration legends.
Who are we talking about?
We're talking Robert Peary.
Okay.
The first person to reach the North Pole.
Wow.
Ernest Shackleton.
Okay.
His Antarctic adventures are insane.
Right.
And even Neil Armstrong.
Wow.
He took the Explorers Club flag to the moon.
No way.
Yeah.
That's incredible.
So you can see their focus is less about politics.
And more about pushing the boundaries.
Yeah.
Of what humans can achieve.
So they actually go out and do stuff.
Oh, yeah. They have this tradition of taking a club flag with them on expeditions. A symbol of their spirit of discovery.
That's cool.
One flag has even been to Mount Everest.
Wow.
And the Challenger deep in the Mariana Trench.
So it's been to the highest and lowest points on Earth.
Yeah. Talk about wanderlust.
That's amazing.
It is.
It makes you think, is there something inside of all of us that just needs to explore?
Yeah, a drive to see what's out there.
Yeah, to go beyond what we know.
Totally.
It's kind of like that same thing that makes us so fascinated by secret societies.
That's a good point.
Right.
It is.
Like that need for something.
Yeah.
More than the ordinary.
Yeah, a desire to solve mysteries.
Yeah, whether it's, at the bottom of the ocean.
Right.
Or in some secret meeting.
Exactly.
Okay, speaking of mysteries.
Yeah.
There's one group we haven't talked about yet.
Oh,
that is just the ultimate secret society.
Oh, yeah.
The Illuminati?
Of course.
This one just screams conspiracy theories.
Oh, yeah. Their name alone conjures up all these images of shadowy figures controlling the world.
Right.
But if we stick to the facts, the story's actually pretty different.
Okay.
The Order of the Illuminati was founded in Bavaria in 1776.
Okay.
And their goals were actually pretty progressive for the time.
Oh, really?
Yeah. They wanted to encourage open debate.
Okay.
Promote free speech. Lessen the influence of religion.
So not exactly taking over the world.
Not quite.
That's so interesting.
But it's wild, right?
Yeah.
The founder, Adam Weishaupt, he was a law professor, started the group with just a few students.
Okay.
It did grow to over 2,000 members,
Oh.
but it only lasted about a decade.
Oh, wow.
Before the Bavarian government shut it down.
Oh, so they were afraid of him.
Yeah, they thought they were getting too powerful. Okay, so then how did this group of free thinkers turn into this, like, evil organization that's controlling everything?
That's where history and myth kind of get mixed up.
Okay.
Conspiracy theories about the Illuminati started popping up right after they were disbanded.
Oh, wow.
Some people thought they just went underground.
Oh, okay.
And infiltrated other groups.
Like the Freemasons?
Yeah, to keep going in secret.
That makes sense.
And you can't talk about the Illuminati without talking about the French Revolution.
Right.
Some people think they were behind it all.
Even though it happened after they were gone?
Exactly.
That's crazy.
It's a classic example
of
how speculation can go wild
right.
when you don't have all the facts.
Yeah, and how a group's reputation can become bigger than they ever were.
Totally fueled by fear and suspicion.
It's like our brains just can't handle not knowing something.
Right.
We have to fill in the blanks.
Yeah, and we usually go for the most dramatic explanation.
Yeah, for sure. But before we get too deep into the conspiracy theories, let's talk about a real-life secret society. That's a little closer to home. And not quite as shadowy. But still pretty interesting.
I am intrigued. Lay it on me.
The Bullingdon Club.
Oh, yeah, at Oxford.
At Oxford University.
Yeah, read about that.
Founded in 1780. Known for their wealthy members. Extravagant dinners. And their destructive tendencies.
Destructive is putting it mildly.
I mean, we're talking smashing up restaurants.
Wow.
Vandalizing property. Just general mayhem.
But these weren't just like random kids.
Oh, no. Right. We're talking about future prime ministers.
What?
Yeah, David Cameron. Boris Johnson.
They were in this club.
Yeah, there's even a story about Cameron waking up to his room being completely trashed.
By other Bullingdon members?
Yep.
Wow.
It's wild.
It's crazy that a group like that, so elitist, could produce leaders of a country.
It really makes you think about the power dynamics. Not just in those fancy schools. But in society as a whole.
Yeah, like maybe wealth and privilege just trump everything else.
It's possible.
That's kind of depressing.
It is a little bit.
It really makes you question what power is all about.
Absolutely, how you get it. And how you use it.
And maybe that's part of the reason we're so obsessed with secret societies.
I think so.
They show us this reflection of our own relationship with power. With exclusivity. With all these mysteries.
That are hidden right there in front of us.
That's a good point.
It is.
I think this is a good place to like stop and think for a minute.
Yeah.
What stood out to you the most so far?
So many things.
I know, right?
Is it the secret knowledge?
Yeah.
The potential for corruption? The desire to belong to something special.
Yeah.
We've covered a lot of ground.
Yeah.
Ancient knowledge to CIA connections. Yeah.
Gatherings in the woods to crazy nights in Oxford.
It's enough to make you wonder what else is out there.
Totally.
And that's just the real stuff.
Right.
We haven't even talked about the really out there conspiracy theories.
Yeah, it's easy to get lost in all of that.
Yeah. So it's important to remember why we're doing this.
Right.
To separate fact from fiction.
Exactly. We've tried to present what we actually know.
Yeah.
While acknowledging that there are still so many questions and so many secrets still out there.
And it's those unanswered questions that keep us coming back for more.
I think so.
Right.
It's like a constant search for knowledge.
Yeah, especially when it comes to something like a secret society.
Right. It's a journey.
Yeah.
Full of twists and turns, dead ends and surprises.
Like peeling back the layers of an onion.
Yes.
Only to find more layers.
Exactly.
And maybe that's the real draw of secret societies.
I think you're right.
They represent a world where anything is possible.
Yeah.
And our imaginations can run wild. They remind us that even in a world that's supposed to be transparent, there are still mysteries to be solved.
Yeah.
And secrets lurking in the shadows.
And maybe there's something appealing about those shadows.
Maybe we need those secret societies to remind us that the world is more complex and mysterious than we think.
Maybe they help us deal with the dark side of human nature.
Yeah, the desire for power.
Yeah.
The allure of the forbidden.
That's really interesting.
It makes you wonder if deep down we all want to be in the know.
Yeah.
To know something that others don't.
It's a powerful feeling.
It is.
So let's dig into that a little more.
Okay.
What does it really mean to be on the inside?
Right.
Does it mean you have all the power?
Yeah.
Or special privileges?
And if it does, what's the cost?
Yeah, it really makes you think about what it means to be on the inside of one of these groups.
Yeah.
Like, do you actually get something out of it?
Right.
Real benefits.
Like special treatment?
Right.
Access to information that other people don't have.
Yeah, like, is it a real leg up in business or politics or even academia?
Well, there's definitely this idea that being a member can open doors.
Okay.
It's like this unspoken agreement, you know. You help me, I'll help you, and we'll all get to the top together.
That sounds kind of corrupt to me.
Yeah. I mean, it does raise questions about fairness.
Yeah.
And equal opportunity.
Right. Like, is it really a level playing field if your success depends on who you know instead of what you know?
Exactly. And if these groups are giving their members unfair advantages,
right,
then it really undermines the whole idea of meritocracy.
Yeah.
And you end up with a system where the same people stay in power.
Yeah, I mean, but a lot of secret societies also do a lot of good stuff too, right?
Oh, yeah.
Like the Freemasons.
Right.
They're known for their charity work.
Mm-hmm.
They're involved in their communities.
Yeah, they do a lot of good.
So it's not all bad.
No, not at all.
Right.
I mean, there's a big philanthropic side to a lot of these groups.
Okay.
They raise money for important causes.
Mm-hmm.
They support their communities.
Okay.
They try to promote ethical behavior.
Okay, so it's like they're trying to do good.
Yeah.
But also maybe not so good.
It's complicated. I mean, at the end of the day, these organizations are made up of people.
Yeah.
And people can be good.
Yeah.
And, well, not so good.
That's true.
It's a mixed bag.
So these societies are kind of like society itself?
Yeah.
Just a big mix of good and bad?
It's like a moral gray area.
Yeah, there's the possibility for corruption, but also the chance to do some real good in the world.
I think that's a great way to put it.
Yeah.
It's like these societies force us to look at ourselves and our own contradictions.
Right. Are we selfish or are we selfless?
Exactly.
Maybe that's why they're so fascinating.
Yeah.
They're like this tiny version of the human experience.
Right.
With all of its ups and downs.
This reflection of our own complexities.
Yeah. Okay, so I have one final thought for you.
Okay.
This might freak you out a little bit.
Okay, I'm ready.
What if we're all part of a secret society and we don't even know it?
Okay.
What if all the systems that control our lives?
Yeah, like the government, corporations, the media.
What if they're all operating with their own secret rules?
Oh, wow.
Their own hidden agendas.
Like a secret code of conduct that we don't even know about.
Exactly. So maybe the real secret is that there are no secrets.
Whoa.
It's just layers and layers of complexity, power dynamics that we're completely oblivious to.
It's like the Matrix.
Yeah.
That's heavy.
Yeah.
It is.
It makes you think.
Yeah. And maybe the real challenge isn't uncovering the secrets of these exclusive groups.
Right.
But trying to understand the systems that are already controlling our lives.
Yeah. Whether we see them or not.
That's a good point to wrap things up on.
Yeah.
I think we've gone deep into the world of secret societies.
Their history, their rituals, their controversies.
The good, the bad, the ugly.
But the more we learn, the more questions we have.
It's true.
That's the thing about knowledge. It's a never-ending journey.
Yeah.
Full of twists and turns, dead ends and breakthroughs.
And maybe you'll even uncover a secret or two along the way.
That's right. So keep exploring, keep questioning, and thanks for joining us on this deep dive into the world of secret societies.